Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Urban Design on City Skylines, and we are now officially up to date after the last episode, and this episode now is completely brand new, freshly recorded, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Our series has finally caught up on YouTube, and I really appreciate everyone's comments, likes and sharing. It has really helped me expose this channel out a little bit, and also just thank you for the support of you guys supporting me and giving me great ideas to improve this city and providing me with suggestions of what I can do in the future as well. So without further ado, I will mention what we're going to be doing this episode, I guess. And so the first thing is we have been lacking in our education a little bit. And that's the first thing that I'm going to try and resolve, and that is by boosting our education. So that will be the main priority of this episode. After this episode though, I'm going to be looking at doing most likely a double episode on creating our or starting and creating and finishing our freight network, because we don't have one up and running, and I have been experimenting off camera how to create that successfully without having many traffic issues, but that's something that I can explain in the next episodes once we actually start developing that. So yeah, I've also got a list in front of me of suggested suburb names for this city, and I really want to thank you guys for that. That's really going to help me, and it keeps the series also very interactive, where you guys can really start seeing some real input that you guys are providing me and I'm incorporating into the city. So I hope you guys really enjoy that, because that's still to come. And yeah, I really appreciate the support, so it just gives me a bit of motivation, a lot of motivation to keep making these episodes. I'm sorry it has been a week at least since the last release. I've been doing literally, no joke, about 60 hours at work, so I've had very little time at home to be able to, play and make an episode. So yeah, now I'm here and recording, so let's get straight into it. So first things first, what I want to do is work on our education. As we go to our city vitals over here, you'll be able to see our elementary school availability and our high school availability is absolutely shocking. So that's what we're going to be working on this episode, is improving on this. So let's go into our education, and as you can see, wow, a lot of these residents in Carnegie, Hawthorne, St. Justina, even around over here, this is not up to scratch. Oh wow, even our high schools are horrible. Okay, so we're going to start with our elementary schools, and now this is where I'm a little bit concerned, because adding all these extra schools to meet our demand hopefully won't bankrupt us, because at the moment, as you can see, we're only making 3,500. Now take into note, because this is very important, we're only making about 3,500, or it fluctuates a little bit between 3 to 7,000. Sometimes even drops down to 2, but we're always making a positive, but not much. And now running all these schools essentially will mean we're spending more on our education. However, that's going to have a negative impact on our budget. But what I'm hoping is that it's also going to have a positive impact, where the positive will overcome the negative by people realizing that there's more education, and so hence it will hopefully increase land value and residential and commercial satisfaction, and even industrial office satisfaction. And with that, we might hopefully get lots of upgrading of housing and buildings in general, and hopefully with upgraded buildings that will provide us with extra profits, which will counter the extra expenses that we're incurring by having these extra schooling facilities in our city. So there we go. Just taking to note, by the end of this episode, hopefully we might be making a bit more of a profit than what we are right now, because now we're just down to 2 even. As you can see, it always fluctuates because we have our public transport system works quite a lot as well to help support this city. So we'll get straight into it then, eh? Alright, so first of all, I'm going to start working in the district of Hawthorne. And what I'm going to do is actually place a school where exactly now? This is the question. Around over here, that would be a nice spot right there. Now our limit, our elementary school capacity is only 300, so we're going to need to place quite a lot of these because we have over 10,000 eligible students and we can only fit 3,300 at the moment. So from what I can see, we're going to have to place quite a lot of elementary schools around these areas over here. So hopefully it won't have too much of a negative impact on our budget, but we shall see. I mean, that's after all what we're trying to do here, is learn from this experience at least a little bit as well. Alright, so that's 3 around over here. Can place another one somewhere over here. Right there, that will do nicely. Perhaps another one, and all of a sudden you can start, I think you can start hearing a few people getting happy and areas even upgrading. Yeah, you can see little green arrows. Yeah, people are very satisfied. This is very good to see. Alright, so especially in this area, I think we're going to need quite a lot of these elementary schools because these are high density residential buildings, so there's a lot more population in a smaller amount of area. So these elementary schools, because they don't provide a large coverage, large population coverage in terms of they only offer 300 students capacity, we're going to have to build quite a few of them in a relatively close proximity to one another, I believe, in order for everyone to be able to be covered essentially. I can place another one right over here. Alright, so that's this area done a little bit. We'll go to Ashara and perhaps we can place one right over here near this main road. We can place another one right over here and even perhaps one more somewhere around over here near the main road and intersection. Yes, there we go. So hopefully we got 3 more over here now. So that will hopefully help. And where else? Okay, so now we'll go into Tottenham. And in Tottenham, I reckon we can place at least 3 down. Why not? Okay, so what we're going to do is come over here, place an elementary school right here. I'll place another one right over here in this corner. And we'll place another one somewhere nice and conveniently in the middle. Hopefully. There we go, somewhere like that. Now will that cover everything? Hopefully it will. And one into Hillsville right there on the main road that goes through Hillsville. I think will be appropriate. Alright. So this whole area is done. We can come back to over here to this district and I'm going to place an elementary school right here in the middle. And what I'll do is also place one more right over here. There we go. So our areas, okay, slowly getting covered. Now we're going to be in Caulfield, and over here in Caulfield I'm thinking of placing 3 of these. Can't place it there because there's something in the way, but one right here, and I'll place one right over here and one somewhere around over here. If we can find a nice location right there, that should do. Yeah, there we go. We've got another 3 over here. We're going to come to Velez as only one. Velez can definitely use with an elementary school. So I'll place one over here. One on this side as well. Why not? There we go. So that's another one. Now there's a lot more low density over here, so mixed in with a bit of high density. So we can mix and match a little bit, I reckon, in terms of how closely separated these schools are. I'm thinking another one over here. Let's see, we got 3 in Levante. I think we can do with another one over here, like so. We can place one over here in Long Beach at the other end, and even another one just down on this end. There we go. And even another one down on this side. Like so. Alright, beautiful. So we've added a few more, and there we go. So we've added a lot more schooling, and our budget's taking a bit of a hit, but it's still in the positive. So hopefully people will start approving of these schools and start upgrading, hopefully. Alright, let's go into high schools now. I think elementary is covered pretty well. Oh, you know what? Before we do, we can add one more into Santa Justina, just in case. There we go. That should make many people happy. Alright, so now we'll go into high school. Our high school availability, 23,000 eligible, and we only have a capacity of 7,000, so that's clearly not good enough. So our next step is to start providing some high schools. Alright, so first and foremost, I think this would be a nice spot right here, or over here. Yeah, right there. So we got a high school over here. That increases our capacity by 1,000 only. Okay, so we're going to need to place quite a few of these down. Okay, perhaps another one around over here, like so. Might plop another one over here. Okay, there's a park around over here, so hopefully nowhere around here. Somewhere where it doesn't affect both sides would be nice. Even over here would be great, I reckon. So right there. Can we place one over here? Yes, we can. Perfect. And one over here somewhere? Yes, we can. Excellent. Like that. And let's see. We could do with another one somewhere in the middle here. Right there? Yes, right there. And then another one somewhere around over here. Like that. And we only have one in Hawthorn, so I think we can expand into Hawthorn a little bit with more schooling. One over here. And we can fit one even around over here. The exit highway over here. Unless we got some better location. Yes, we do have a better location, potentially. Right over here. Right there. Okay. So there we go. It's another high school placed. We'll go into Ashara, and let's just place a high school around over within Ashara somewhere. Let's see, where can we place it? Right there. Tottenham's going to require at least 2, I reckon. So I'll place one right over here. And we can place another one somewhere around over here on this corner right there. Should we add another one? No, it's good for now. We got 2. Okay. Caulfield has 1 and it covers everything pretty much, so that's good. If it doesn't cover enough, then we'll think of adding more. Oakwood is horrible. Okay, so Oakwood definitely needs some more schooling with high schools. And we'll do that by adding a high school right over here. And another one right over here. And another one somewhere around over here on this corner. There we go. Levante only has one, so Levante could definitely do with another school in its area. One right here. This other half of Long Beach as well, we'll add another school. There we go, so that covers that. Rosewood doesn't really have one. There is one in Arlington, but that one should be able to cover Rosewood quite well. So we'll just leave that for the time being. Okay, so that's all good. This area definitely does need a high school, and the high school will be right here. It's empty, it's vacant space, so let's just use that like that. We'll just add one for the time being. There's one over here, and our capacity is now 26,000. Okay, and eligible 22,000. Okay, so I think we're quite good with schools. How's our university? It's good over here, but not great over here. So I'll add a university right over here. Opposite side of this hospital would be nice, I think. Like so. Yeah, that's pretty good, I reckon. Okay, so with that done, that's all nice and good. We'll come over here to our industrial area. And now in our industrial area, I know people have been commenting that schools will definitely help. And I know for sure it definitely would help. I have also seen it on Flux Trans's city of Fluxburg. He does utilize using school in this area. But to me, however, it just makes no sense to add schools, as you may have heard me ramble on last episode. So yeah, I've had people suggest me not to do it, but also I've had people suggest me to do it. So, but if I do end up doing it, it will only be as a last resort to upgrade these industry areas around over here, in order to make them higher level buildings. So we get the buildings require slightly more highly educated workers, because we are educating our population now quite well. So yeah, that will be an absolute last resort. I'm going to do every single thing that I can within my power to make sure that this area upgrades. And if it does not happen, just because of schools not being here, but every other resource or possible facility that they could have to utilize that makes them happy does not work, then yeah, schools will be the option. But that's, yeah, as I mentioned, last resort only. So yeah, now we are in our industry area, and there's something that I didn't add last time, and that was a hospital. So that's something that I want to add into this area now. So by adding a hospital, I'm hoping that this will help in making people happy in this area. Okay, so happy and just in general feel safer, and increase just general happiness and land value, and make sure that they know that they have everything that they need. So yeah, and all of a sudden straight away, bam, you see arrows, green arrows pointing up, and things are developing very nicely. So already we're seeing upgrades happening. So this is very, very good for us. Just what we wanted. Alright, so we have public transport, we got fire coverage, we got police coverage, and now we have hospital coverage. We got a passenger train station coverage. The next step will be to implement a train cargo terminal into this area somewhere. At the moment it's over here, but I've realized that that's a bit far to actually make an impact on this area, so I'm going to have to try and figure out a way to essentially make the vehicles or somehow find a way to fit internal cargo train station in here somewhere. So that's going to be quite the experiment in the coming episode. So yeah. So that's done for now, and everything is going relatively smoothly. All this industry is now upgrading to level 2. So this is very good. You're already level 2, level 2 moving up to level 3 slowly. So this is very good. Let's have a look. 15 educated. We've got 12 over-educated workers at this workplace. Okay, so we've got a few buildings here that what are your requirements? Pollution is bad, noise is bad. So what do you want? Buildings need to be covered by more services to allow it to be upgraded. Okay. Well, I've offered every single service that I can for now, but I guess the last piece of the jigsaw, I guess, is the train station. Once we allocate a train station over here, this place will just literally explode with upgrading. And with the train station though, I believe that what I'm going to do is essentially create a train station around over here on this main road somehow. I think it's the only possible. I'm going to have to eventually move the cemetery away to somewhere else and remove these buildings over here and place them somewhere else as well. So yeah. That's something to look into the future. It's good to see that this area is definitely operating relatively well. This is very nice and positive to see, and that people are actually utilizing our bus network over here to get to work. So this is good. Let's see how we are doing now. If we go back to our education tab up here, and where is education? Where would we find here? Education. So elementary. So all of a sudden you can see that there's a bit more increase in greenness, but not by much. Our capacity is at 12,000, so just over essentially what we have eligible. So that's good. High school is, we'll have to wait for it to get there, I assume then, because our capacity is fine. It's 3,000 greater than what's eligible, so we have room to expand. University is fine as well, so everything is good on that front, let's just say, I believe. Okay. And now there was also a couple of things that I wanted to say while we wait to see what happens with these extra schools. And that's, I want to thank you guys for the suggestions that you've been making through the comments. I've been trying to read through all of them. I'm sorry if I didn't get back to all of you. I try my very best. I am, however, time restricted a little bit here and there. The comments that I do see, I try and respond to, and some of the comments that I received and just help in general is that I'd like to thank is such as just simple mods that I have not been using that have simply just made my life so much easier thanks to you guys. One of them is the automatic emptying cemetery and landfill sites, so I don't have to micromanage that anymore. It does it all automatically for me, so I thank you for that. That is just an absolute godsend. So just makes the game so much more enjoyable that I don't have to micromanage that all the time and go through potential death waves because I just simply forgot while I was constructing the massive something like a highway network or something like that. The next thing is the advanced vehicles options, because there was one thing that I didn't want, and that was the generic rubbish truck that was given with the game. So if we just go into garbage, you've got the generic grey truck with a capacity of 20,000, and this capacity was usually just able to service about 3 or 4 high density buildings before it was full, and then it would have to go back to our landfill or incinerator. So now that I don't actually have these trucks on the streets anymore, because thanks to the advanced vehicle options mod, thank you to whoever that was that suggested it, because now I've got my own custom trucks operating that I created in the content facility or content feature that comes with the game. So what I've done, I may have already explained this, is I created 2 custom trucks. One with which is the garbage truck, and it's a blue color, and there's nothing different really. It's exactly the same truck as is the general truck that came with the game. All I did was just change the color of the storage unit that it has on the back, and just changed it to blue to signal that it's a garbage truck. And also I've increased its capacity by 4 times, so instead of being 20,000, it's at 80,000. So it's still not completely realistic, because normally a garbage truck can pretty much take probably a whole neighborhood all on its own before it gets full. But what I've done is slightly just made it a little bit more, well, given a slightly larger capacity, so it's able to deal with, with these large city sizes and just large, in general, long distances that it has to travel from each neighborhood where it's picking up trash to even like to where it has to dump all its trash to. So yes, and then obviously we've got the green truck as well, which signals for recycling. So I've changed that to a green color. It's the same truck like last time, just I've also increased the capacity, but not as much as the garbage truck, because recycling takes effort. And so I thought recycling trucks will probably require have a smaller capacity. I don't know, for some strange reason. Anyway, it came to my mind, and I only increased the capacity from the original by 3 times, so its capacity is at 60,000. So yeah, that's what I've got operating as my rubbish trucks, and essentially they are the same thing. Rubbish and garbage trucks, they're just different colors, and they both take the same trash. There's no difference whatsoever, but I just like to visually have that aesthetic feel and look in the city, so when you see a blue garbage truck or a green recycling truck, you know what it is. These trucks are actually available on the Steam Workshop, so if you are playing City Skylines currently, you can download them. Just go through the Steam Workshop and just type in my name Praist, and I'm sure you'll be able to link to things that I've added to the actual workshop itself, so you'll be able to find these 2 trucks and add them to your game if this actually suits your game style as well, or if you'd find this useful for your map. So yeah. Right, now since we're talking about mods, I'm actually going to go ahead and talk about adding some extra fancy new buildings into our downtown area. So, because I've gone into the workshop during my time off a little bit and just been searching around, and I've been able to manage to find a couple of buildings that I would like to add over here. I've got the Ebony Tower Roccavera, the Marble Tower Roccavera, and the Crystal Tower Roccavera, and they're all very similar, but yet slightly different in their own ways. I'm not entirely sure how, but anyway, if you guys know of these towers, I mean, this one's 33 floors, this one's 18 floors, yep, and this one's also 18 floors. So is the Ebony Tower and the Marble Tower of Roccavera the same building? Because they look exactly the same building. However, the Crystal Tower Roccavera looks very different. If you know, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be very curious to find out. Obviously, I could also try and Google it, which I could do, but I'm actually curious to see if any of my followers actually know anything about this. So yeah, well, I've got these 3 towers, so I'm going to try and place them down near this highway. I think it's a perfect place where we can start looking to expand a little bit in our downtown area, or at least expand with a few more towers in this area. So what I was thinking is adding a tower around over here. Let's see, around over here, can we fit this in nicely? we can, but I would prefer to have it around over here like that. Now what does that look like? That doesn't look too bad. But, you know what, I think I'd prefer it the other way around, facing the highway. So relocate building, and I'll make it face that way. There we go. Yeah, that looks much better. So now we'll go and get the other buildings. So we've got the Rockefeller Marble. So now, which side is the glass and which side is... Oh, I'm not too sure. Let's see, this will be placed on this side. Hopefully that's the right side. Yes, it is. Okay, so perfect. And now this one as well. Placed like this. Awesome. So right here next to the highway, I reckon that looks really fantastic. You're driving on this highway and you've got these three very similar yet different buildings. These two look completely the same, I must say. I think they are the same. Maybe, but maybe they're copies. And then this one is just a slightly higher version of it. So that's always nice too. So we'll be keeping that. And right over here in this corner, I have a thought that something that would work nicely would be the Sunken Plaza. So if only I can just find it right here. I think the Sunken Plaza would work absolutely amazingly right there. And it does. So I'm going to leave that like that. Perfect. Alright, now let's see if we have any other buildings around here. Ooh, the Wave Tower. Yes, I remember downloading this. This shall be interesting to see where we can fit this. Could fit on this side rather well. Oh, right here. Look at this. Might fit here? Yes. Alright, placing it there. Oh wow, that is nice. The Wave Tower. That does not look too bad at all. Yeah, I really like that. Alright. So that is like totally staying then. Yep. Now if you'll have a look, this highway's just really being underused at the moment, but that's coming out of the loop underneath the big dig that we did earlier a couple of episodes ago. But when we come further away, we can start seeing that there's a lot more utilization of this highway. So I think it's as soon as we start expanding further across to say this side, somewhere around over here where Sorrento is, we might actually start seeing some development of more people utilizing this segment of highway. Because we are actually seeing a lot of people utilize the highway that goes into the tunnel. Yeah, we're seeing quite a few vehicles take this route. Okay, oh, and one thing that I saw in the comments that someone said, yeah, this looks a bit zigzaggy, and yeah, you're completely right about that. So I'm just going to pause the game for a quick second and try and fix this up. So let's just go ahead and make that straight now, and we're going to just try and fix this up. Now I'm hoping this is what you were talking about, because I think that's what you were talking about. Now that's slightly straighter. You've got a nice smooth angle. I'm just going to change the direction that this is heading in, like that, like so. Okay, so now we got these vehicles coming, and there we go. Yes, there's less of a zigzag now here. It's just a more smoother connection, and then once you make the turn, you got a small straight segment, and then it starts to curve even with this road. So that's all good, all very, very good. Okay, so where are these people? I'm actually curious to see which ramps these vehicles are using when they use this highway. So a lot are taking the right ramp, which ends up going towards those neighborhoods down over there, and you're taking this ramp, which ends up going to the highway, and I assume to the edge of the map. And this connects over here to there. Yes, so because I don't think there will be many people taking the straight route. No. There's no need for it because there's no living or housing in this area just yet, but when we do expand, there will be definitely some people using this quite more frequently. Alright, so now guys, one thing that I'd like to ask for is, over here we have a Wellington Bridge and over here we have Stanford Bridge. I just came up with these random names, and what I'd like for you guys is to give me a name for this bridge right here, which joins up from together and then splits up, and then it's a bit of a weird shape, but yeah, I want to make all of this into a bridge, into a named bridge as well, and I could do with a name. So yeah, guys, please give me some suggestions, and for next episode, before we actually start working on our freight network, hopefully I'll be able to, or I will be renaming this bridge into something. So yeah, just shout out into the comments, and yeah, whatever I see and whatever stands out the most, that's not also ridiculous, maybe something just, you know, basic and similar to like Wellington Bridge and Stanford Bridge that I have, something that you could actually really be realistic. So that would be great help. Yeah. Okay, so what we have now is we are waiting to see how we are going with our education. So right now, if we go into our primary schools or elementary schools, still a bit of time required to see the full extent of our progress. Although I will make another primary school right over here, because why not? And also while we're doing that, let's see what else we got. Everything is covered very well, and our numbers are doing very well as well in terms of availability. Our high schools are slightly worse off, but they will eventually catch up, I reckon. We got 2 high schools here. They should all... yeah, it's just a matter of time, I think. We just have to give it a bit more time, because it doesn't just happen over time, just very quickly, where everyone all of a sudden becomes educated. You do have to give it a little bit of time for the citizens to actually go to school, get educated during their life. So yes. Now let's see what else we can do, if there's any more actual buildings that we can add to this city. What's this? We've already got that. Now we've got a Southeast Financial Center that I've downloaded. So this is something that I'm actually interested in putting in, but however its base is just so large that I'm not able to pretty much fit it in anywhere. It wouldn't be a bad fit around over here, but that just would completely overtake everything around here. So it needs to be closer into the city, I think. And I think I may have the location where I can put it. Will it fit over here? Yes, it can. Okay. But it's too close to Ashara, I think. It needs to be into one of these blocks over here. Could fit it in over here, potentially. No? No. It's in the way. Okay, so I'm really struggling to find a spot for this. However, no, wait, I've got an idea. It can't fit here. What's in the way? Elementary school. Okay, so we're going to move this to here. And now I'm going to come back. And where is this building? How much does it cost? 1,600 a week? That's fine. 150 to build. That's fine. We got the money. And build this right there. Okay. Now, hang on a minute. That's not a bad looking building. It's very nice looking. Very, very nice. I like that a lot. It's got nice surrounding trees as well. It's got a little bit of a plaza over here. Bit of a roof. Yeah, this is nice. Definitely going to be keeping that there. Alright. So that's good. Gonna rezone that into some offices. Okay, so with this progress, we have taken a bit of a dip in our budget in terms of what our bank balance is currently sitting at. But one thing that I would like to mention though is have a look at our weekly income. And we are spending a lot more money on our education, but we are reaping the rewards through higher level just general happiness of our residents and commercial areas, and they've been upgrading, and so when they upgrade, the higher level they go, I assume they pay more taxes or rent, and so essentially the benefits are that the income becomes greater than what you're actually spending. So the more you look after, I assume, your Sims in your city, the more they will end up paying, or they're more likely and more happy to pay. So as you can see, we've just seriously, just by this in this episode, just by doing simple thing like looking after a simple thing where we've increased our elementary, high school and universities availability, it's created such a positive effect that with our citizens and our Sims that we're actually making $20,000 or euros or simoleons more through just by providing education. It just shows how much more likely and happy they are to pay for this service. So this is really, really good to see. I'm very happy, and so hopefully this is some very good advice that you guys can take into the future when you're building your city. Is education pays for itself. So also thank you guys for suggesting it. I didn't have any idea that would have such a positive influence, but it's having an absolute amazing influence, as you can see. So within just the space of half an hour, we've increased our income by 20,000. So yeah, I think that kind of result speaks for itself. And let's see, what else can we do? Let's see. What I was thinking is I might actually start working on a small segment of where our cargo network is going to be, because essentially what I'm going to be doing is a bit of an internal and external system, but that's something that I'm going to get into next episode in terms of describing how that works. But for right now, I do have a general idea that I do and would like to actually offer this industry area right here a freight cargo terminal station right over here. And so what I'm going to do is, just for this episode, is I'm going to actually start working on building a network or just the base of where this station will be. So which is going to be right over here, and I think that's right in the middle right there. Okay, we're just going to turn this off for the time being because we're not utilizing it right now, so why should we pay for it right now when we don't need it? Okay, next thing is I'm just going to drag these train lines across like so. Okay, and hopefully these train lines don't create too many issues. Like, I mean, in terms of I'm hoping that it won't cause too many blockages, because I think there will be quite a few trucks using these roads still, and I don't want them to get blocked by trains waiting at the station or even waiting over here before this crisscross or railway crossing, because then we might end up having some traffic issues. Okay, so now also, while we are here, I also downloaded a few decorations that I would like to use. I don't think these decorations work though. I have to figure out why. However, these decorations do work over here, the ones that I can't see, which is a bit frustrating. But anyway, I'm going to place them down. I've got a couple that work. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, is placing them down. And let's see, what else do we have? One nice long one as well on either side. There we go. So we've started working on a bit of our freight, and let's just add some trees as well into this area like so, just to make it look a little bit more pretty. Trees do a lot of good in this game. They really do make things look quite amazing. Okay, so let's just keep filling all this up. There we go. And this area as well. Just a quick little outline, and then later we can work on improving this. And now I'll just add a... no, that's too far across onto the road. There we go, just something like this. We won't be able to squeeze anything over here, so there we go. That will do. I think that looks pretty good as a terminal. Should make a lot of people around over here happy. Now, is there anything else that I can add in terms of decorations? How about this 15 by 3 container wharf? No, that's not going to fit in here. That's not going to fit. What's this? 4 by 3. That's not going to fit either. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Agricultural field, small agricultural field, large agricultural field, container storage 10 by 4. What's this? Medium agricultural field, small agricultural field, and that is everything that I have. So I don't think any of that's not going to work because that's also too big. Let's see if we come over here. 4 by 8, something by 2. No, to show you that that it's not working. 16 by 2. So if I just place this here, as you can see, nothing appears, which is a little bit strange. I must be missing some sort of a mod and I'm not sure why, but you know what, I actually don't mind the way that looks, so I'm going to add another one with this fencing around over here. I reckon that looks pretty swell, so I'm just going to keep that here like that, and if the containers do show up, well, so be it, the containers will show up. Perhaps you guys know that I'm missing some sort of a mod to make it work, because maybe you might be familiar with the mod that I'm using, that I've downloaded. But for now it's not, but it doesn't look too bad with yeah, the fencing. See now if we can actually just block off the other side, which I believe we can, like this. I think this will make this look also pretty good and look quite nice. Alright, so yeah, that definitely does help. Look at that. Very, very good. Now one thing that I wanted to do is extend this road out to here, and then from there I want to make this last little segment into grass like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to do the same over here and then just extend this to the normal road without the grass. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that is done. So we've at least prepared a little section for the coming episodes of where we are going to have a one of our internal freight excuse me, internal freight cargo train stations. Okay, and now look at this. Our population has gone up. Our weekly income has gone up. It's still creeping up to 33,000 now. This is very good. Thank you for the education tip, people. It's really amazing. It really is helping out quite a lot. Now I'm just seeing if there's anything else that we can potentially add into the area over here, into our industrial sector. But I think the biggest help is inserting that train station. But we've got a tunnel over here, and that might cause for some problems. If we were to add a cargo train station over here, it may cause a few issues for me. Or maybe not. Let's just see. If I create a station over here and make this as a dead end, or even a station out over here, would I eventually... No, there's not enough space. Or is there enough? No, that's not enough space to be able to make an exit and an entry point. We're very limited for space around over here. Because I want to make it relatively close enough to this area. So I think the best solution is over here, and to push it all the way to the end over here like so. So it'll affect only a couple of buildings. But what essentially we're doing is making this a dead end, and then we'll make this go into a tunnel over here somewhere, and we're going to have to join it up from somewhere else. That's essentially what we have to do. It won't be easy because, yeah, limited for space. Over here we won't be able to, because the slope is too steep, so that's something to consider as well. Over here if we would have planned it out earlier, I reckon we could have even placed it over here somewhere. That could have been, it's on the other side, it's too far away from the main industry area over here, so that wouldn't have worked out too well. But if we do an internal one over here, how is that going to affect us in terms of the way our trucks will be leaving? Because they're essentially going to be stuck in terms of moving away over here. Now, these are a set of traffic lights, and these traffic lights are not good for us at the moment, as we can see. They're causing quite a lot of traffic issues, quite a lot of traffic congestion. Now let's just have a quick look at our traffic congestion, and that's reaching all the way out to here, and that's not good. That's really not good. So what I will like to do is... oh, now it's moving a little bit more freely. I think we might need to make another exit point somewhere on this side in order so that not every vehicle is using this ramp over here. It is just an idea, but I think it's an idea that may work well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to quickly go into our roads. Alright, and what I'm going to do is make a little straight segment like this. Alright, and we're going to head down. See how far we can go. 11, that's fine. That's a slightly long enough distance for me to work with. I'm going to push this out to here. And now the interesting part is to push this across out to here like so. And now we're going to just join this up to somewhere around over here. Like that. So it's a nice, quick, smooth transition from one to the other. And now from here to here, and then just join up. No, it needs to be a little bit further up to here, like that. I'm going to change the direction of this and that. and of all of this. Okay, now we just need to move up a level. And now with this, I'm just going to make this come out to here, and this is all one way, so it may as well just join up like that. And hopefully, if there are any vehicles that are wanting to come into this segment of our industry area, they will be able to. However, this is a one-way. So I'm not sure if this will be utilized, but we'll just have to wait and see. What I can potentially do is just modify this road right here, so we actually do get usage of both lanes. Hopefully. That's the theory anyway. We shall have to wait and see to find out. So now that we have a fire over here, this is going to create quite a lot of chaos and traffic coming out of this tunnel. So we'll just have to wait and see if this tunnel will be utilized. I don't think there's any problems with it being connected insufficiently. No, the connection is fine. Connection is absolutely fine. It's just we got to give it some time. Wow, this is really backing up quite a long way now. This tunnel may have to have another exit point somewhere. If this tunnel doesn't work, then essentially what I want to do is find out where these trucks are trying to go. They're all turning left over here and then turning left again, but why? What's over here? We'll have to wait and see, I guess. That's something that I can wait to find out what is the reasoning behind that. Okay, so what we can do now is let's just see. So we've added all our education. Our education is fine. We could actually add potentially another high school into our area somewhere, into these areas. And I'm thinking Tottenham is the location, or even one into Hillsville. There we go. So we're going to place another high school into Hillsville, and I'll place one more into Tottenham. I want to make sure that Tottenham is properly educated. Let's see, where can we place another one? Right here, I think. There we go. So Tottenham has an extra high school, just in case. Okay, so with that done and completed, let's just have an overview of our education that we've got currently running. Let's go to our education. So elementary. So I think we're seeing just a general improvement everywhere now. There's more than enough elementary schools around the city now for everyone to get educated. This area is still struggling a little bit, but hopefully soon enough. How many people? 243 students. 242 students are currently getting educated here. So I think perhaps we could do with another one, but for now we'll just leave it. If it doesn't improve, we will work on that, because we do have more than enough availability. And so yeah, look, everywhere this elementary school business has really helped, pretty much everywhere. So I think another elementary school somewhere in between over here would come in handy. So let's go into our elementary school, and one actually somewhere. Should we do it in Levante or in Velez? Velez already has. Yeah, we'll do it in Velez, the Velez side. So just the question is where exactly. I think I would like to place it right there. Alright, so we've just increased it by another 300, and that should affect quite a few more people. Okay. And hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that is a very good thing. Well, it has to be, because look at our income. It's definitely gone positive. Chadston is going to have to be worked on next. So, but first, next episode, I'm definitely going to be working on our freight network. We've already begun this episode, even though I wasn't really planning on it. We've already worked and completed our first kind of station around over here with a few nice little simple decorations. These containers serve no purpose apart from decorating, so but it all works well, so I'm very happy with that. I think it looks really good. And however, though, if these railway crossings prove to be a real problem, then what I'm going to do is make them into tunnels. And the tunnels will eventually end up going underneath these roads. So yeah. Let's see. Cypress District is fine for the time being as well. So I'm not having any single issues over here. So I'm very happy with that. And how are we doing now with all these new schools? I think, yes, we're going to need some extra power. So just in case, I'll build a slightly larger reserve of power. Now, how much does this give out? 160 megawatts, and this gives out 640 megawatts. Now, the 640 megawatts costs 10,000 to upkeep. However, the 160 megawatts costs 1,500 to upkeep. So I assume per simoleon, or whatever you want to call the financial thing, compared to the megawatts output, the solar power plant is far more efficient than the nuclear power plant. Because, let's see, 640 megawatts, and this is 160, so essentially 6 of these, or 2 of these will cost us 3,000, yes, so per week. So if we get 6 of them, we're paying it 9,000 per week. So what's 160 times 2 is 320, times by that another 2 equals 640, and then another 320, sorry, so 320, 640, 960. So essentially we're getting an extra 320 megawatts more with our solar power plant, and we're spending at 1,000 less per week. For 6 solar power plants, we're spending 1,000 less and getting over 300 megawatts more. So I'm not going to be touching nuclear power for the time being, I don't think. We've got our dam operating very nicely, and we're going to be using solar power plants. I think they're very good and efficient. Okay, and how are we doing now with water? Our water is marginal. So what I'm going to do now is add a few of these purifiers. Just going to twist it around so that we can kind of make it join in the way that I'd like it to. Okay, so make it join up there, and there. Okay, now they're not connected because we have to remove these pipes. There's a specific way. I only use these pipes as a guide, but now they essentially will get connected, all like this, nice and simple. There we go, and these now will be connected. Our water and sewage availability has just gone up. Perfect, and everything's working. Beautiful. Our power is in the green, our water is in the green, our incineration garbage status is in the red, but that's not to worry because we got some very efficient garbage trucks, as I mentioned earlier, that are of my creation, or not of my creation, but of my modification. So yes, what else? What else do we have? that we can do and make this episode. Okay, so to finish off this episode, what I'm going to do is something that I mentioned last episode, and that was in the neighborhood of Carnegie we could definitely do with some extra public transport lines. So that's exactly what I'm going to start working on. So we're going to go into our transport, and we're going to go into buses, and we're going to start creating bus lines. This area in Carnegie will not have or will not end up connecting to our main hub in downtown Santa Arcangelo. The purpose of the bus lines in Carnegie will be to service this general vicinity or this area to our metro stations. That's the aim over here. So what I'm going to do now is start a line off somewhere at a metro station. So first and foremost, first line will be over here. It's going to head over in this direction like so, and then stop around over here. Okay, and then it's going to head over in this direction around over here to there. Then it's going to come down to here, make another stop around over here, join up with the green line. Then it's going to come up all the way out to here, where it's going to join up to there, and it's going to push its way up to here and then just end up over here. Okay, so we've got our next our next bus line in, and I'm just going to change the color of this bus line to, say, what color? Yeah, that color. Okay, whatever it is, a browny yellow or greeny yellow. Okay, so that's done. Next line, we're going to start off from over here somewhere. Gonna push this bus to go up in this direction over here. Then we're going to make it stop at this metro station. Make it go straight along to here. Stop it around over here. Push you out to here. Now let's see, can we make you join up somewhere over here on this straight? Yes, we can. Join up with this. And I'm going to make you come to here. Then come to this area. And then you can stop at around over here. And then you can come to here. Alright, so we've got our next bus line included, so that's true in this area. Now this bus line, I'm going to just quickly jump into the line and make this go dark red. There we go. Okay, so now potentially I think we can add one more line. And this line will be connected with Hawthorne slightly, so I'll add a bus stop right over here. Gonna make this a bus line come over here. It's gonna stop around over here at this metro station. It's gonna come around to here. Then we're gonna push it out to here to stop there, join up with this line. I'm going to make it jump around over here and then stop near this station right over here, like so. And then make it join at this bus stop. And then going to push it all the way out to here somewhere. Where can we go? Right over here. And then make it join up to complete the line right there. Okay, and this line, now we will change color, and let's make it a nice, not green, maybe a sky. Oh, that's a nice color. Very bright and vibrant. Okay, so that is that. So we've added a few extra bus lines into this area, so that will help. Now that we've added bus lines though, before we start adding more bus lines, I'm just going to quickly jump into our road tool and into our crossing, because what I want to do is make sure that these areas have got sufficient connectivity from the metro stations to the bus stops. So we got a bus stop here, that's fine. Look, this bus stop already, lots of people waiting, so this is good. We're seeing a positive thing happen out of this. Where else do we have a metro station? We've got a bus stop here. We got a bus stop, hold on, let's see. I think we need to jump up on this angle like this. What do we see? Got a bit of a gap over here. I can actually add some housing right there. Just give me a second, I need to take a drink. Alright. So, where were we? Bus stops, bus stops, bus stops. Let's see. Sorry, not bus stops. Pedestrian pathways. So we've got a bus stop over here. That's fine. We do have a pedestrian. Alright, so hold on. I think I need to see where we've got our stations. We've got a station right here. So pathways will not be a problem because we got crossings on this intersection, so that's fine. This metro station is fine. We only have a bus stop over here. Next metro station is around over here. Now this will be fine because we will eventually have, or what we have is a crossing over here. So that's nice and close. However, now that I look at it, what we can do is add a crossing right over here though. Like that. There we go. Alright, back to our transport tool and let's see where we've got our metro station. Next metro station is around over here. So that's not a problem to get to the bus line either. So that's all nice and good. This stop right here, that's not a problem because we've got a crossing right here. So that's good. And this stop over here, that's not a problem. Yeah, metro, we got all the connections that we need. So that's all nice and good. Citizens are sick. Why? Noise, probably. Yeah, from the from the metro. But that's fine. Okay, so let's see what else we've got over here. Now this area needs to be developed. So we're going to start a new bus stop and where's going to be the main station? Right over here. So this station from here will come in this direction, stop over here, then over here. It's going to come up in this direction, stop around over here, then stop over here, stop over here. And then what I'm going to do is make this bus come around over here, stop over here near this metro station, head over in this direction, stop over here, and then stop over here, and then make it come back. So we've got another line added to our network. So this line will be purple. Very light fluoro purple. There we go, highlight purple. Alright, so the next line now, we have to focus on another line, and this line will be starting off from over here on the other side. We're going to make it go down, or we're going to make it go in a little bit into Carnegie. Go over here. jump across to here to a stop right there, and then it's going to jump across all the way out to here. No, yes, no, I'm not sure. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Then it's going to come across over here, join up with this stop, join up over here, join up with this connection right there, and then you're going to head in this direction around over here, join up here, and then come around to over here, and then next stop will be right there. Alright, perfect. So we're just going to our bus and going to our bus lane and change the color of this to a very no, what color? Something like that. Yeah, that's fine. It's very different from anything else around here, so that's good. It's a relatively long bus line, but hopefully it's not too long. And should we have one more line around here? I think we should. Or maybe not. I think we've got... Yeah, we'll add one more line. So I'll start this line from... Make an anti-clockwise line. So we'll start the line from over here. From there, it's going to go in this direction, stop around over here. It's going to stop around over here then, and then come around over here, stop on this side, the opposite side of this metro station, come around to over here, then come around to over here, and then it's just going to come around to this stop, and then back up to this stop. There we go. I think that will work. And right now, let's see. I'm going to jump into this and make this into a nice green, highlight green color like that. Okay, so that stands out too. So now Carnegie and both Hawthorn have got a lot more bus lines that are supporting this local area to the metro stations. So we should start seeing a lot more people visiting these stations. Alright, so with that all done and set up, I'm going to head over into Ashara. No, Ashara is done for bus lines, I believe. Yes, Ashara is more than enough covered. Now it's Tottenham that needs a bit more coverage. So let's work on Tottenham. So I'm going to essentially add a bus line over here, which goes in the direction over here. Then it stops at this stop. And then what I'm going to do is make it come around to over here. And then stop over here. Come around over here. 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 And then come back. So it's just a nice little simple loop. That's all it is. Now we're going to jump into this bus line and change the color to a, yeah, real vibrant green. Next bus line now. Okay, so I'm going to need to incorporate this area a little bit more. So what we're going to do is add a bus stop right here, and this will also be just a little simple loop, I assume. It's gonna push it out to here, and then gonna push it out to there, join it up to here, another stop right around over here and there. And then hopefully this will also be able to join up to here and there. Alright. So we are making some sort of progress here. Just change the color of this as well to, say, a real vibrant red. There we go. And now we'll add another line. One that goes in the other direction. So we've got a bit of clockwise and anti-clockwise routes operating in this area. So as I mentioned before, the more bus routes you have, the better, because it gives more options to your citizens in your city. And we'll just join it up like that. There we go, and this will end up being purple, but a nice real vibrant purple. Okay, and I think another line around over here. So we're gonna make the line come around to here, from this bus stop to here, but what I'm gonna do is make it join up to here. So I'm gonna make this line head through these streets. So one over here, heads over here, comes around to here, keeps going a little bit further across. Actually no, remove that stop, make it over here. It's going to head over in this direction, join up over here, then over here, then it's going to start heading in this direction like so, join up over here, join up over here to an existing line, back to here and then join up right there. Alright, so there's another line all nice and done and connected. This we can make a real nice fluoro blue or vibrant blue. Vibrant light blue. Okay, so hopefully we'll start seeing some more bus lines around over here in Tottenham as well. And now what I'm thinking is perhaps we can add one more line which connects Tottenham slightly more with Healesville, because Healesville only has one line at the moment. But I don't think Healesville really has many passengers here waiting for people. So no, there's literally none over here. There's only a handful over here, so I don't think, no, it won't be necessary to add any more routes. A few people around over here. Maybe if we were to add a real nice short little quick loop. Let's just have a quick look. Say to one of these metro stations. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So I'm gonna make it come over here, stop over here, come in over here, stop here, and then your next area will be here, and then your next stop will be over here, and then you're just going to stop over here on the other side of this. You're going to come across to here, push along to here, stop where this metro station is, and jump across over here, come back to over here. There we go. Hopefully that line will connect Tottenham and Healesville a little bit better, because the metro does do the connection rather well, but I think a bus route also can help out. So we'll just jump down over here, and what color shall we make this? An orange, vibrant orange, there we go, or a golden color. Okay, so we'll just head over here into Arlington, and yes, we do have orange buses coming out, so that's the newest line that we've just developed. 171 in use over here and 195 in use over here, so we're definitely getting a lot of usage out of our two depots, and I don't think there's a limit of how many buses you can have coming out of a depot, which is a very good thing, I believe. Okay, so if we just quickly head over into our neighborhood of Carnegie and Hawthorne, we can actually see, yes, we do have buses operating in this area, and they are getting rather full. Let's just go into our transportation panel. Yeah, we definitely do have a few people here waiting for another bus color. No people waiting here. There's a lot of people waiting over here for the green. Okay, so where are our metro stations? Our metro station is over here, so yeah, this is where we will have a high volume of traffic of people and pedestrians waiting for buses. Yeah, as you can see, lots of people coming in for the light blue, here for the purple, and here for the green and dark blue. Okay, so things are working nicely. Do we have many people around over here waiting at these bus stops? Yes, we do as well. So everything's kind of interconnecting very, very well. This is very pleasing to see. Okay. So this episode we have actually made a lot of progress. We have increased our school capabilities for this city. It's also increased our budget. We have worked on several important public transport networks around over here into our downtown district to better connect with our metro system. And also for future episode, we have started working on our first station, over here, which is going to be affecting our internal network, which I will be describing in the next episode, I believe. We will start touching the topic of that when we actually start working on that. So yes, that may be a few days away though, because it is the beginning of my working week, so I will have 4 days straight from what I am aware of. All full days from morning till evening, very late in the evening, let's just say. And yeah, when I come home, I'm a little bit too tired to do any recording. So unfortunately, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, that will ease up at work. And in the meantime, I hope this episode satisfies your guys' appetite for a little bit. I'm trying to now get these episodes out and start recording as many episodes as possibly I can, because I see that you guys really are enjoying my series, and I really appreciate that. And I want to thank you all for your support and for your comments and for your likes and all for your suggestions and ideas. I really do appreciate it. And yes, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. This is the first episode that I have pretty much recorded now properly. It's not pre-recorded, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope we have, you can agree with me that we've made some solid progress. So yes, for now guys, take care. Remember, I will see you all very, very soon. And for now, bye bye.